Welcome to today's episode where we have a powerhouse guest joining us, Kelly Siegel. The dynamic CEO of National Technology Management is renowned for its freaky fast service, ensuring businesses never face downtime, data loss, or chaos. They build a digital infrastructure that lets business owners sleep soundly. In this episode, Kelly shares his journey from authoring Harder Than Life to hosting the Harder Than Life podcast. Discover the secrets behind scaling businesses and mastering systems from the true industry leader. Whether you're looking to fortify your business or gaining insights into the world of IT and cybersecurity, this conversation is packed with actionable wisdom you won't want to miss. Hey, Kelly, thanks for being on the podcast, man. Really appreciate it.
Mike, it's my pleasure. It's my honor to be here. I want to share and pay it forward, pay what we've done forward to all the amazing people out in the world that need this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you've got a very extensive background. You've got a lot of different experiences. So I've got cyber, AI, you're really kind of diving into that right now, business systems and strategies, personal development, improvement. So I think, honestly, we could probably do a complete hour on each individual one, but we're going to kind of lightly touch on each one and how this relates to small businesses and specifically the restoration industry, if you're cool with that.
Hey, anything you want to talk your audience enjoys, and as long as we're making the wood pile a little higher, I'm all for it.
Yeah. All right. So let's start with cybersecurity, because that seems to be kind of like where you are the reigning expert in. What's interesting here lately, and this is very topical because Claude, Anthropic's new product, wanted to come out with a new product, a new system, but they pulled back on it because it was just too powerful. And what they were noticing is there is hacking going on, and it's building its own hacking system. I'm certainly not the expert like you are, but that's the general idea that I'm understanding. So my question to you, that's a grand scheme, big systems, but what does that translate to a small business owner that might be doing $2 to $3 million a year? Are you seeing a rise in cybersecurity threats just because of the ease of use with these AI systems?
Not only are we seeing a rise of threats in small to medium-sized business, but it's happening in your industry massively. I don't know a single restoration company that hasn't had some sort of breach. It is so alarming right now that 100% of the new customers we're onboarding, they have some threat actor in their system. And make no mistake about it, when they penetrate a system, they don't usually hit it right away. They wait and they want to maximize what's going on. 100%, Mike, of the new customers we bring on have somebody watching, at least in their email or somewhere on their network. It's scary. So if you don't need to look far in the restoration industry to know somebody who's either been infiltrated, who's paid an invoice that was not real, or worse yet, that has got ransomware that they had their systems locked down. That absolutely will not happen. We've made it so simple and so easy that most of these guys, they're great business owners. They don't know IT, and most of my fellow colleagues in the business make it very difficult. We make it easy. I'm an end user. I just look at you and go, dude, I will protect. System will protect you. It's simple. It's easy. It's a per user price. And I'm just selling an outcome. You will not have to deal with your IT or ransomware or any tech related issue when you partner with National Technology Management. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what we do.
Cool. So what are you seeing the trends now? I mean, what's the trends? What do they need to look out for if they don't have some kind of strategy for protection? What kind of Trojan horses are you looking at, and what are you seeing that's trending right now?
What am I seeing? I'm seeing a lot of pretenders in my space where people are selling on fear. And they're struggling themselves because AI is infiltrating our business faster than just about any business, except probably marketing. Marketing is probably the one business that I wouldn't want to be in right now, which I technically am because we AI'd marketing. We literally made it so simple and so easy so that's what makes us very unique is I'm going to offer an AI marketing product while we're also doing cybersecurity. So I'm going to cost you a little bit of money to protect you, but I'm going to make you a ton of money with the marketing AI. And all I did is I got frustrated writing checks to marketing companies that weren't giving us an ROI. And I watched what they were doing and I built a system that does it. And it's foolproof. And I built it for us. It works for us. We're now selling it to people. We're actually including it in some of our systems because, people don't want it. A lot of disaster restoration companies are still getting by with a one-man IT shop, or they don't have IT.
If that.
Or they don't have it.
That.
Their cousin, their brother.
Yeah.
Don't
the owner.
do that.
Yeah.
Because it will cost you money or your business. I know I just said people are selling fear, but so there's a lot of drowning IT companies right now that will come out and say that they're going to protect you, and they won't.
Mm-hmm.
We at NTM, for your listeners, I will run a free scan. And this is not I need to come meet with you. I need to find out your firstborn. If they message me and they message your name, I will run a no-cost scan that is so easy for them, and I will give it to them for free. This is a $1,500 value. All they got to do is click on a link, and I will get them where their vulnerabilities are. You do what you want with it. We'll fix it if you want. Not necessary. For your users, email me,ksiegel@trustntm.com, $1,500 scan for free. At least find your blind spots. It's like, think of it as going to the doctor, Mike.
Yeah.
And getting a full blood work, a full MRI, a physical, but you don't have to leave your house. I'll take care of it. Takes about 24 hours. I'll get you the scan. And if you choose, we'll even waive for your audience. We will waive the install if they choose to work with us. And then later on, after they see that we're the real deal, I will talk to them about this AI marketing, and we'll bring more business in. That's what the promise.
And I want to touch on that too. I mean, that's massive, and I think we can spend a lot of time on that. So that scan that you do, is that current threats, vulnerabilities, a little bit of everything? How's that work?
It's really it's what the state of their network is today. And man, are some of them bad. It's put it this way. It's what Claude code is going to expose if they turn that on.
Instantly.
It is what that threat actor will think. I just went on an appointment yesterday where they had literally front door to their house was wide open, and it was advertised on the internet. And I'm like, do you realize you don't even have a password on your network?
Yeah.
And they had no clue. It was a construction company. It was in a similar business. They're not in the restoration, but they're a construction company. Been in business for like 30 years, owner operator. They got an IT guy, and all I did was took the scan, and I said, don't listen to what I say. I dropped it in AI, and I said, can you explain this to me? I'm a construction owner. My IT guy ran this scan. Tell me what this means. And it like lit up and said, you are not protected. You need to hire an IT company right now. And I'm like, bro, it's AI. Don't take my word for it.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. And people, it's just like a doctor. None of us want to go to the doctor because they don't want to be told, oh, your cholesterol is high.
It's the fear of what's going to be uncovered. Yep.
All right. But
living in
denial. Want to live, you got to go to the doctor. So come to the IT doctor. You'll deal with me. If you're not sure who the hell I am, go over to my podcast. I wrote 2 books. Harder Than Life, this is how I started my company, and Happier Than Life, this is how I elevated my company. I believe in systems. Save yourself time, energy, money, and stress. Everything we do, we measure. So any question that anybody has, I go, here, what measurement would you like to see to prove that we know what we're doing? And then I'm not selling you a promise, I'm selling you the proof. I am a no-nonsense kind of guy. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see I take care of my body. I work out every day. I am serious as a heart attack about this.
Yeah, and that's I think it's proving to be serious, and that's why about this topic, because I think it's overlooked, right? Most of these folks that are in this industry are very focused as well, right? They're focused on the construction, swinging the hammer. They're really good at what they do. And some people are very technologically inclined, but some people aren't. That's totally fine. You'd rather have somebody working in your house that's really good at building and knowing construction rather than being good at IT, right? So that's a natural fit. However, within our industry, we're dealing with a lot of very sensitive material, similar to like what a doctor or financial institution would do. We're dealing with policy numbers and EIN numbers for businesses and Social Security numbers and financial information. So there's a lot of information.
Company.
insurance company, and then we've got, settlements and things. I mean, there's just so much sensitive information, floor plans. I mean, who knows what can be used with that information. So there's just so much sensitive information. I think it's in this industry, it's very much overlooked because we're more of like in the field, hands-on. But if you get hacked, I mean, what if somebody were to get that information, what would be the end game for them? How would they be able to profit off of getting that information? Like, what are the risks that a restoration company could possibly have if that information is to get leaked?
So that's a great question. And I'm going to give you hypotheticals, but I'm going to give you an idea of what you do. You just go into Google and say ransomware.
Mm-hmm.
And literally you will hear this company got ransomware. And what that means is the threat actor comes in, gains control of your network and locks you out of it. So
Okay.
how do you go to your jobs? How do you know what you got to do? How do you go to your financial package? And if people go, oh, it's all in the cloud and I don't have anything, they still
That's
can
what I would
lock
think.
you out of all of that as
Yeah.
well. And you have no visibility into it. So that's the worst case scenario. The second case scenario is they intercept payments one way or the other, whether they send a bogus invoice on your behalf or they change your ACH number, they intercept the payment. And then I've seen where there's double ransomware, where they see that somebody in your company is doing something that they don't want to get out, meaning a lot of times maybe an executive has a mistress, and they'll hit you with that and hit you with a ransomware. I've seen it all, man.
Yeah.
So it could be people watching porn and they see all that and they access that and they say, well, does your wife know, or does your customers know?
Yeah.
It's wild what we have on our PCs. And if you got your phone connected to it, they can get to that information too. So nothing is sacred.
Yeah.
And let somebody who's been doing this for 30 years. I've been doing this for 30 years. I know I don't look it, but I've been doing this for 30 years. And I will protect you. Our logo is a shield. So literally, we will protect you. It's right on the book, the cover of our book. It's on, you can go to trustntm.com.
Yeah.
trustnancytommichael.com and read all about it. We have a specialized service just for disaster restoration companies. Like we've talked about, some of my dearest friends own these companies, and they said, Kelly, would you help us out? Everybody's getting popped. You won't get popped. So this is a couple examples. Here's the best part is we'll help you leverage AI is already included in it to make you more efficient. From some special requests from some very dear friends, we've built some collections AI bots where it'll follow up with the insurance company and pester them until you get paid. It'll follow up with the end user. It's wild what we're doing with AI right now. So I'm here to add value. When you add value in the world, you're kept around.
Yeah. Yeah. I think cybersecurity actually fits along with like what our customers are, right? So our customers typically never see this coming, a fire, flood, mold, or whatever. Typically they're under prepared, whether that's they're underinsured, their premiums are too high. For commercial spaces, sprinkler systems aren't what they need to be, security measures, fire alarms. We see it all, right? People are caught flat-footed because they just don't think it's going to happen to them.
I'm just sitting here thinking that in my head. They think it's not going to happen to them until it does.
And we see that on our end when it comes to restoration all the time, because it's just not a normal thing. And I think cybersecurity is the same thing. So we see it firsthand on our end, and I think that you see it on the cybersecurity. So, we're always kind of like, we don't say to the customer, we're always like, man, why didn't you prepare better for this to happen? We could be saying the same thing about cybersecurity at this point. Yeah. Why can't you just get ahead of this? Because it probably will happen within your career. It's just a matter of when, not if.
Mike, you keep in mind, they think that they're too little to do it. This is how the threat actors cut their teeth to go after the big ones. We as we record this, Stryker just got hit 2 weeks ago. They literally shut their entire network down globally.
Yeah.
So if you think that they can't,
and they had to pay the ransom too.
They did. They did. And what they were trying to get to that didn't get out was, Stryker manufactures the hospital equipment. So they were trying to get to the hospital equipment, but they didn't think that they thought that there was a back end and there wasn't. That those hospital equipments are on the hospital network. So they were trying to get in and go shut down the beep, beep, the EKG machines, the heart machines. they're going to keep getting better and better and better, and we're going to keep getting better and better to thwart those. So if you
Nice.
think it won't happen to you, or you think you're too small, you are wrong. They will hit you for 10, 20, 50, 100 grand, and use that to go after the big fish, which is the millions of dollar one, which is the strikers.
And
And a
with
striker who
AI,
has
yeah.
multiple lines of defense can get it,
Yep.
you're going to be easy target. You won't be with us.
And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong again, Kelly, you're the expert here, but the small fish, the 10, 15,000 wasn't worth going after right before. It just wasn't the big fish. But now with AI, Claude code, it almost can be systematic at this point. And so now those lower level tiers can be automated, just like you were saying, systems can be automated with AI. Now these cyber attacks can be systemized, and now it's worth them to push a button, and now they're going after these. And after a while, those add up. So more attention is being brought to the larger organizations, but the smaller organizations are more susceptible than ever now, just because of how easy it is to spin those up. But again,
Absolutely.
you correct me if I'm
Absolutely.
wrong.
Well, I'll take it a step further. Let's talk about what happens. If you get breached and there's an issue, excuse me, I'm sorry. The first thing you do is we have to shut everything down, but they probably got you locked out, so you're in trouble. You have to call your insurance company, and then you have to engage with the threat actors and the insurance company, which, by the way, if you do not have cyber insurance, it is a separate insurance. Here's free advice.
Different rider.
Call your insurance company and say, "Do I have cyber insurance?" And if you have to ask, you don't have it, because if you don't have cyber, if you say anything technology, they ain't covering.
Yep.
But I will tell you too, you also advanced knowledge here is, if you have an IT company that you trust, name them as the remediation company, because what happens is the insurance company, which we in this business, it's, you love them and hate them because they pay slow and they fight you for everything. They're going to do the same thing for them. So what they're going to do is they're going to try to bring their own people in to come remediate it faster. And all that company is supposed to do is get you back up operational. They don't care how. They don't care. And it's got to be cheap. If it takes you, actually, let me rephrase that. It has to be cheap. They don't care how long it takes. It's not fast. Do it the cheapest way possible. And you're at their mercy, and it stinks. And then guess what? You have to pay in Bitcoin. So you have to go get Bitcoin. And then the lowest, we talk 10, 15 grand. They're starting at 1 Bitcoin. And as we record right now, Bitcoin is $75,000. So your listener, if you can't stroke 75 grand right now, call us. We'll make sure you never have to.
Get in front of it.
And we'll help you with the marketing increase. Plus you get me as a partner. And they will deal with me. Anybody that comes through for you will deal with me, not a salesperson. It's me.
That's good to know. Yeah. Well, Kelly, you mentioned AI and how these systems, you seem to be getting into that as well. So how are you seeing businesses and small businesses getting entrenched in helping with their operations with AI? Right now, people are completely overloaded with work and, working from sun up to sundown. So it's very challenging to learn a whole new skill, get that up and running, test it, make sure it works, and get going on it. So what's kind of the low-lying fruit that people are doing that's like, I can get this up and running within one day, and it's going to massively push my business and work while I'm sleeping?
Wow, that is a tough question, because there really is nothing other than using it as your business consultant that you can get an immediate ROI. Because what happens is now everybody says AI, and you go running towards it. We had one of our clients call us yesterday who had a disaster happen. It was actually made the national news. I can share it with you. Is the attack that happened on the temple here in Detroit or West Bloomfield, Michigan. That happens to be one of our clients. And so the restoration company came in, and we have to relocate them while we fix the fire. So they reached out to us because they want to buy an AI project management software. And they already bought it without talking to us. And they looked at us and went, "Oh my God, we have no clue what this is." And when you buy something, these companies are out there just out volume. This is
Yeah.
what it does. But what they don't tell you is you have to have like a master's degree in
Exactly.
technology to
Yeah.
make this work.
Yeah.
That's where we come in. So they just turned it over to us and we said, we'll make it work. The best part about it is we watched what it was doing. And I said, we'll build you your own AI agent that'll do exactly this. It'll be so much easier. We'll integrate it with your systems.
Yeah.
So that's what you need to look for is an AI agent builder partner of yours that will look at your systems and then do exactly what you said. While you sleep, it'll do some of your things. So we have some collections ones. We have some scheduling agents. We have sales agents. And before people say, that'll never work, we have it working for us right now. And I have it working for several customers. It works. This is the new world. Now, this is not to replace anybody. This is to enhance everybody.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So I don't think, this is going to put out just now. If you're a scheduler and you're always sick and you don't show up or you have stuff going on, that's how we built this. I had a restoration company come to me, says, I have 4 schedulers.
Yeah.
Every single day, one of them doesn't show up. Do you have something that you can solve this? And I go, boy, do I. And now they do 100% of their scheduling. It's done through AI and their customers love it because it's accurate. You don't have to deal with an attitude, a mishearing, anything. And then it sends a text message, an email to make sure that we got it right. So it's really, we've built it so it's impossible to get wrong. Now, most people are afraid of that too. Like, oh, it doesn't work for our business. Our customers won't do. Baloney. Call your bank, call your airline, call freaking your streaming service. They're all doing it.
They're all doing it.
These things got so good and so fast. Partner with someone like us who will sit there, listen to the problem and solve it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, we're doing from virtual agent or virtual assistants to scheduling, to emails, to collections. We've got agents doing all kinds of things. I have not productized that 100% yet because I don't know what to charge. We've been just including it with our cybersecurity and just going, we're just adding more value to separate us from everybody else. Eventually, if somebody calls us just for that, we'll have it productized here shortly.
Yeah, and I think we're talking, people are getting more and more aware of it, and I think that the initial point of entry is a chat bot, right? I mean, just kind of entering ChatGPT. And Callie, you'd be amazed at how many people are not doing that in this industry.
Oh no, I'm not amazed. I can tell you a lot.
That's a great starting point, but I think a lot of people, as you said, are hiring these companies to come in or consultants. It's more like that old adage, the dog chasing the bus. Once they catch the bus, well, now what? It's like, okay, we brought somebody in. Now it's almost like a bigger problem than when we started because there's so many issues with trying to implement this, and then also training staff to working with AI and working together is very challenging. And most
Mike,
people just
I just jump in for just a second on that? I want to say something. Here's some more free advice.
Yeah.
It's if you're not using, because you'd be surprised. You just said I'd be surprised. There's probably 60 to 70% people still not using any AI. It's wild.
I totally believe it.
I can't imagine. I just bought a company, integrated them with us, made them start using AI, and they all looked at me and went, thank goodness you made us do this. It is it is 10x their output. So this is what I'd say to you. Buy a $20 version of ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, whatever it is, buy it. Don't use the free version. The free version, it's very average. Buy it. And make that your thought partner. And what I do is I go in and I talk to it like it's my business coach. And I will, but you have it interview you. I'm going to give you guys an easy prompt. You are my business coach. Insert problem. Ask me 5 questions, one at a time, and then help me or solve the problem. Here's what I said. You are a business coach. You tell it what you are, what the problem is, and what you want, but ask it to ask you questions. But make sure you put one at a time because it'll just rip them down. But either way, and then it'll say, it's so wild, Mike. It'll go, what is your biggest, or you say your issue is I have a scheduling problem. And then it'll say, who do you have doing scheduling now? You'll say, I have Sally, Jesse, Steve, and Johnny.
Yeah.
And then you'll say, well, then what's the issue? And it'll actually ask you, and then it'll give you an answer. Like, it seems like you don't have a system in where there's accountability. So if anybody takes a day off, they can just keep doing it, and it will give you the answer. And is what now
that $20 will be your largest ROI you've done in a
Yep.
long time. 100%.
For me, sometimes it's sanity check, because I'm one of those visionaries. We run EOS, and I will think of something crazy. Like, we did a whole division for disaster restoration companies, and my whole company's like, why? Because they're just a different breed.
Yeah.
We have to specialize. So we got a specialized team for just the disaster restoration. And they're like, why? We can do it for everyone. No, they're different. These are business owners that are that are hard-working individuals, and they just want to partner with somebody who's an expert at that. And
they just want it to work. They don't want to think of that. And that was my point, is with these API connections, I think that's the fear, is that this is going to change how their entire working process and how their whole structure is going to operate. But it's not, Kelly. What it's going to do is it's going to automate that so people can become more efficient. So it's not going to replace people, like you had mentioned, not going to replace processes. It's just going to help make those processes easier for everybody in the office. And that's, I think, what people in this industry are looking for. They're looking for a turnkey solution so that they don't have to learn, because they're already learning tons of software with insurance companies. They're trying to manage these jobs. It's a high-stress environment. They just need something to reliably work and flip of a switch, which I think is probably what you provide. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, it is. But it's only as strong as your documentation and what you're willing to share. So what I am really good at is getting people to be completely vulnerable and say the things that they don't want to say. And here's my personal development passes. The area you don't want to go is what's blocking you from your next level. So wherever and we all know it, like we talked about working out in the past. I mean, we know where our block is. Unfortunately, AI is going to point that out for you, and it's going to be glaring. And then, you can't fix a broken system or no system at all, but it will point out the fact that you don't have one and help you build one.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's wild. It's just, this is the greatest time.
Yeah.
I've been in business for almost 30 years, and it's just the greatest time I can ever remember being in business. This is this is an opportunity. Do not look like this is not an opportunity. This is an opportunity for us to win, and win massively. And there's going to be those that adapt it.
You
and
can
those
pull
that
away.
get
You can pull
forced.
away fast. You can pull away really quick by getting this thing on board. Yeah. So speaking of that, I mean, how are you seeing automation and AI helping with small businesses and restoration companies with marketing and business development, things like that? This is a very relationship-driven business, right? So a lot of times we're calling on insurance agents, adjusters, and kind of massaging those relationships. So how are you seeing that kind of fit in with AI, and how is that amplifying those efforts?
Oh, such a good question, Mike. And I'm going to break it down to the easiest and simplest way. It is filling in the gaps where you're too busy. So I built an AI avatar of me, and I'm telling you, I've sent it out and people cannot tell the difference. And we have AI actually sending out personalized messages to our existing clients. We have it making sure that it's dropping text messages for birthdays, emails for birthdays. It's just constantly dripping on our prospects and customers, and constantly asking referrals. So it's literally 10xing your input, and it's probably going to 100x your output. That's just a very simple and easy way. We build AI funnels. So I build a lead magnet where it says, where it's just blasting people about what do they do? I'll call it the McDonald's approach. Everybody knows who McDonald's is, but why do they advertise so much? Because they're hoping to catch you when you're hungry. So if we blast out a ton of who's the biggest, we'll use Belfour. I don't know if that's a good name or not, but let's use Belfour because they're here in Michigan, and I know that. So if Belfour, and if you look at theirs, they actually do this. They message every single day, and they're posting every single day because they're trying to stay top of mind.
Yeah.
So subliminally, people are remembering that. And if I have an issue, if I had an issue at my office here right
100%.
now, I'm calling Belfour because I just saw them 42 times on my social media. They're in my inbox. I actually know what the heck's his name? I forgot the owner's name off the top of my head. CEO now, I should say. But and then people will click on that because you say, hey, you do a lead magnet where they click on it and then you capture all their information and then you're constantly dripping. That's just a simple and easy way to do it. We also have AI calling agents where we program it with my voice, and my voice will call you and say, hey, this is Kelly is AI. He wants to connect with you, Mike. He's going to be in town and wants to meet with you. Here's the options that you do it. These are easy, low-hanging fruit we have working today. And if people say, oh, you can't do that, trust me.
Yeah.
People will appreciate it because if that's making an appointment and I get to see Mike more than because I use my AI than not, it's going to bring us together. This stuff is working great. And that's just a couple of things. We're building websites with it now. Whereas you call a web developer, they're going to tell you it's $10,000 and it's take you 3-6 months to a year.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it in an hour for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's massively changing the game as far as letting people be more competitive with less, quite honestly. And that's what I'm noticing with my marketing efforts too, is that, I have the top of the funnel. So the engagement and this industry's talking about the restoration industry is massive, like you said, because events come up, right? There's no sale, there's no sales process, there's no close. It's just a constant front of mind so that when things do come in, then you're known to be there and can help out.
Think about it. Hold on, go there, right there. It's when there is a disaster, you're calling whoever's in your phone or whoever you remember, or worse yet, you're probably maybe opening social media and the first person that shows up, that's who you're calling.
Yeah. But AI is allowing us to be more personalized with that, right? I mean, before it was just like, okay, kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what noodle sticks, and it was just a numbers game. But now we can have a numbers game and have a quality game too. And so if you can leverage that and become more curtailed with individual messaging, it's an absolute game changer. So we can actually marry the two and really get unbelievable results. So yeah,
it's so wild right now that literally we're going to have to start proving that we're human. I have a software, including an AI IT package, that proves that I am a real person. Because at any given time, that is another thing that can happen. Somebody can jump in on a Zoom call. They can hack into your Zoom, jump in and say, I'm this insurance company. I need your routing number.
Yes.
And we catch that. And that's the new one. Or worse yet, it could
phone
be a threat actor that has AI'd you. And we're going to have to prove by going, hey, here's my driver's license right here. But, I'm real. That's coming fast because AI is getting so authentic.
Now this is an interesting question for you personally, and I've got my own thoughts on it. But we've all had kind of like AI salespeople or sales robots come, call us on the phone and try to set up appointments, or you'll call into a customer service line and you'll get an AI, and then you'll hear the keys in the background like they're actually typing. I think there's a point where there's dishonesty with, because AI is so good and it's so hard to sniff it out. And it's going to be continually harder to sniff out. I think there is, like you had mentioned, when you have your AI, someone will say, hey, this is Kelly, his AI, right? You're very transparent with it.
Yes.
I think that's massive. I think if you start using AI and trying to supplement the human interaction, but not being forthcoming with its AI, it can be sniffed out, and your credibility and your integrity is completely lost within a minute. But I was curious to see what your thoughts are on that.
Well, I mean, I'm known for my authenticity. I will say the vulnerable thing. I've done so much work on myself and I make a lot of mistakes, and I learn from those mistakes, and I fail forward every time. These things didn't work the first 5 times I rolled them out, and there'll be times where somebody's going to think of something that I'm going to break it again. But that's how we grow. When I'm working out, I have to rip my muscle to make them bigger.
Yep.
I do want to point out, you just jarred something in my memory. So think of it, if you absolutely have no AI, none, and you're like, these guys are crazy, or you're listening, or you're driving and you're hearing this, and you're like, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I have a product that's so simple. It's so easy. It will accept all your inbound calls 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it can qualify them that they're a legit opportunity and get it booked. So
Yeah.
imagine, when do disasters happen? They usually happen in the middle of the night.
Yep.
They go to Google, they pull
So
up
it's
the number,
Friday
they call the
as you're
first
leaving
person.
the office.
There you
Yeah.
go. I have that as a standard product today. It will answer, it will qualify them, and it will get it booked right away. And then it will call whoever it's supposed to call to get that dispatch. Think of that. If you're just driving your car right now, you should be hitting the brakes going, what? Because what is your process in your company, especially if you're a small to medium sized restoration company? You know, it's hopefully they have my cell phone and hopefully I answer.
Yep.
Because, but this agent will not only answer, it will qualify. I can program it to qualify whatever, like, what is your insurance company? You know, you can ask the questions that you want to make sure that you want to book them. And then once it qualifies that, it will book them, and they won't pick up the phone and call the next person till somebody answers. That is how we live. That's the easiest and simplest way to get into AI without saying I got an AI. And it will pay for itself in 1 week, because you'll get a call in the middle of the night and it'll be booked, and you're going to call them like, thank goodness I listened to that podcast. Like,
you could be missing a $10,000 phone call. That's
I guarantee
I mean, yeah.
I guarantee you it's happening, because they want to talk to somebody. There's a flood in the middle of the night. We just had massive rains here in Michigan, and I walked into a auditorium yesterday, and they had everything ripped up, blowing air. There's just so much to it. You want to take that call. My dad used to say, when opportunity knocks on the door to make money, you answer. Well, we got AI to make sure that
answer it.
now.
Yeah.
Yes. And book it.
Yeah. So, Kelly, before we got on this call, and we're running out of time, so I don't want to spend too much time on it, but you were telling me about how excited you were about the neat AI things that you're instituting in your business. I don't know how much of it you can talk about, how much of it you can't. Tease us a little bit with what you got cooking up within your office.
Well, we're going down a path of embracing it fully. 50% of our tickets, I didn't even talk about how we run. So basically, every single thing that I'm going to sell you, I drink the Kool-Aid. So everything that I'm going to provide, we use. So I'm going to sit with you and show you how we use it to make our business better. So this isn't me being the shoemaker's daughter, where we're running like doo-doo and we're just putting it on you. So we're taking it, and 50% of our tickets, and my team has assured me in the next 30 to 60 days, will be up to 80% of our trouble tickets. So, Mike, you can't get on Riverside. You can't get to your email. You put in a ticket, it goes through, it comes in through AI, it triages all of our thousands and thousands of tickets and says, it's one of these 3 things. Let's fix it. And it's done. It's done in minutes. We have all of our cybersecurity, that not all of our, but if you get breached, you click on something, we catch it. It used to take us 6 hours to fix that. It takes 6 minutes, and it's all done with AI now. And we rebuild your entire email in 6 minutes using AI. It's just wow. And we're just getting started. We've hired we're breaking out an innovation team. Our core values are excellence, innovation, and commitment. And once you put excellence on, you got to continuously reinvent yourself, man. New levels, you're going to meet new devils, and what got you here will keep you here. It won't get you there. So we have to unlearn that identity. We talked about identity. Unlearn that identity and go to the next level. I will fair warn you, when you hear from me, I also love talking business systems, business coaching. I don't do business coaching, but I will give you some. So if you want some free advice, you're going to get it from me, because I care about all of our clients become family and become partners. And I will say, hey, what's blocking you? And I'll help you unblock it. Here's the funny thing about us. Owners, operators are the bottleneck. It
Yeah.
took me years to figure that out.
Yeah,
I'm
your
like,
own
no
way.
way, I'm the person here. If you're doing, then you're the bottleneck, which is going to cause an issue. If a bunch of your people call me and I get, 500 calls tomorrow, I'm going to have a problem, but I will figure it out. And we
Yeah.
may. And you know what we'll do? We'll write a freaking AI agent to be able to mass produce everything and get it out there.
So if you're freaking out because you just had a cyber attack and you call, you're gonna get responses within minutes rather than hours, which is fantastic.
No, and honestly, if we've got it set up so the AI, if they said emergency, it'll connect to somebody right away. So it's very smart. So if it's stuck, it'll go through it and start escalating, and it's so exciting because this is what, and my fellow business owners that are listening to this understand this. We're only as good as our employees. And we wish we had that star rock star, 10 of those star rock star employees. That's what AI is. It is 1,000, but it's
to amplify those star employees too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Kelly, I appreciate your time, man. How can people get a hold of you if they're liking what they're hearing? I mean, it sounds like you get a lot of bang for your buck. You got cybersecurity, AI, business coaching, self-improvement. There's a bunch there. So how can they reach out to you? What's the best way, and what large impact, what's a good customer for you, and what can you help with them, I guess?
Well, we have a very simple thing. We like to do 10 users and above. But we pretty much will help anybody, especially if they come from you, because man, I've seen 3 users get attacked, and we've onboarded 3 user companies before because they got nobody to turn to, and I have a big heart. So you reach out, go to trustntm.com. We actually have a special page for our restoration companies, but just go to trustntm.com. You'll see everything. We talk about our automate, our elevate. That's our products: protect, automate, and elevate. It's the elevate is the marketing product, the automate is the AI, and the protect is the legacy IT software. And then we talk about how we work with disaster restoration companies. We've been working with HVAC companies. So we specialize in the service industry because they're usually on the road. And what's great about us is, since we do have a local a US based team to help you, people love working with us because if they call us while they're on the road, we have all the systems to set up and get it fixed fast. We average less than 2 hours for our tickets to be resolved. We're fast. We know what we're doing. So trustntm.com. If you're still not sure, go over wherever you listen to podcasts and listen to the Harder Than Life show. It's called the Harder Than Life podcast. You hear me meeting with people. I get very vulnerable. We talk about business. We talk about mindset. You'll hear me say things like, money won't make you happy, but happiness will make you money. And it's wild how when you look in the mirror is your best tool.
Yeah.
We can put in all the AI, all the systems, but we don't look in the mirror and better ourselves. We have to raise our temperature on our lives personally before we can expect it professionally. And Harder Than Life podcast, it's growing like wildfire. And I share all these tips and habits and rituals, from business to mindset. I use this thing called TLC, which is training, learning, and counseling. Just simple and easy things that if you're not doing this, you're stuck at a couple $1,000,000. I got stuck at $1 million ceiling, $2 million ceiling, $3 million ceiling, then 5, and then 10.
Yeah.
I've been through it. I can help you unstick it. And it starts with the thing that you're avoiding the most.
Kelly, if they got a few hours to spend reading a book, what books are they reading?
Harder Than Life. Because this one leads into it. I'm building the third one. We're writing the third one right now. Harder Than Life, Happier Than Life. We're going to do a Healthier Than Life, which is good about mindset and physicality. But the one, they'll resonate with this because I talk about why I started my company, how I started it. And this is all the way up to the pandemic. And then this one takes over after it. So it's a quick and easy. It's available on Audible. And you'll identify with this, man, because I share like my $1 million ceiling struggle, my $3 million
Nice.
struggle. The $3 million mark, I couldn't break to save my life until I implemented, I'll give you a newsflash, systems. I rejected systems forever.
Yeah.
And I'd be 2.6, 2.8, 2.9, 2.6, and then finally I said, all right, I'm
Enough.
implementing EOS.
Enough's enough.
I'm doing it. I'm going to put standard operating procedures, which
Yep.
by the way, AI will help you build.
Yep.
AI will help you build standard operating procedures. And if this is making you sick and you want to vomit, you need to call me. You're exactly who I am. Because these are the things that as soon as you do them, your business will grow.
Yeah.
I promise you this.
We'll end it there, man. Thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate it.
Mike,
It's been
such a pleasure,
absolute
bro.
pleasure. Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. I think we got a few more podcasts in the future, man. We just scratched the surface. So thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, bro.